There, how are you doing? Team Nokia Power here, and we welcome you all to a very interesting video. In this video, we will evaluate the performance of Nokia 5.1 Plus. Nokia 5.1 Plus is the latest smartphone from House of Nokia HMD. Nokia 5.1 Plus comes with MediaTek Helio P60 processor and mates it with 3 GB RAM and 32 GB internal storage. Not only the MediaTek Helio P60 processor, but also the 3 GB RAM, and the fact that it runs the stock Android. It is one of the Android One devices, so it runs near stock Android. So those three things, the near stock Android, the 3 GB RAM, and the Helio P60 processor, gives it the edge or the power to perform. So basically, the P60 processor is considered to be one of the best in the mid-range. So we will put all that to test. So when we talk about testing the performance or evaluating the performance, we first will talk about the daily life or like daily tasks that you usually carry, so how good it is at that. Then we will talk about stuff like browsing, gaming, and then finally we'll obviously evaluate the multitasking with lots of browser tabs, lots of apps and games open in the background. So when we talk about the normal daily life tasks, so it is quite fluid in that it's very fast actually. So the good thing is that the performance is homogeneous, so it's uniform across the OS navigation. It's not like that you would feel, like at some point it is fast, at some point it is not fast. So it's not like that. It's quite homogeneous. So wherever you try to do whatever you try to do across the OS navigation, it comes to you as polished. And the good thing is that it comes with Android 8.1 already, Android 8.1 Oreo, and obviously with Android 8.1, Google has polished the Oreo even more. So you will feel that have that feeling when you are like actually working with it. If you go to any app, open them, you will feel that everything works very fast, instantly. If you go to the camera, let's quickly open the camera. Let's see how fast it is. So the camera is quite fast. We will do the evaluation in terms of both uh, short capture timings and short to short. So you can see the short to short timings are quite good. So camera is good, very fast. The apps open really quick, really quickly on the 5.1 plus. We'll talk about the browser now. You can see that this browser has already 7 tabs open. We can open even more. So let's open 3 more tabs at least. So 10 is a lucky number here. So we'll open 10 tabs. Okay. So now we have how many 10 tabs open in the browser. And as you can obviously notice that the browser renders the pages really quickly, very fast. We will check how good the scrolling is, and you can see the scrolling is very fast actually. So the processor's power actually reflects in scrolling of the pages. When the pages are really long, you have to scroll, and when the scrolling happens so fast, you would be really impressed. So it's quite good actually, impressive. Let's see how. Okay, it seems that it's not allowed to zoom in. Okay, so here the zooming in and zooming out is very smooth. Quite quick. And I mean, jumping from one tab to another is quite easy. You don't see that pages are loading, the pages are like resuming, so which is sign of like polished OS and good multitasking. So the browser is really joy to use. You have 10 tabs open, but still you can open many more, and I think it will take everything in stride and still will be able to perform. We can open one more tab, and you can see as I mean the rendering is really quick. Now let's send it to the background. Now we are coming to the part which will be really interesting to you. So the gaming and multitasking. So we already have I think few games open in the background, and there are three very heavy games. So GTA, SA, PUBG Mobile, and Combat. So these three games are one of the like heaviest games you will find on Google Play Store for Android. So if I go to GTA SA, so the game, I mean, even with like 11 tabs open and other camera open, app open, it can resume well. So it resumes well. Okay, anyways, time to send it to the background. Let's quickly see other two games how they can be handled here. So this is PUBG Mobile. PUBG Mobile. Okay, so PUBG Mobile will. Okay, so it's launching. Let's see. So for a 3 GB RAM device, it's really a very big load to handle these three kind of very heavy games. And if Nokia 5.1 Plus can handle all these games and still work fine, so this is a big credit for it, because then it shows that this device is really able to handle all that. Anyways, so here if you want to know, the graphic settings is by default set at medium depending upon the device for PUBG Mobile, because this is one thing that many readers ask us. So for Nokia 5.1 Plus, PUBG Mobile graphic settings are set at medium. Okay. Okay, time to send it to the background, and we will check the third game which is open in the background. So GTSA, PUBG, and Mortal Kombat. Let's enter the background. Okay, so we saw that three very heavy games are open in the background. So let's see how they are handled. So as we saw that GTS resumed did not resume, but it restarted from the background. Okay, let's quickly check other games. Mortal Kombat resumed. Let's check how what happens to PUBG Mobile. PUBG Mobile. So that also resumed. Okay. So two games resumed and one restarted. So GTSA restarted, but I think once it will start. Okay. Now let's went to the background and check whether it can resume or restarts. So again, Mortal Kombat. It resumes very well. Then we talk about PUBG Mobile, and it resumed well. And finally, Mortal Kombat. Sorry, finally GTSA. We'll quickly check it. So GTSA resumed well now again. So as we can see, these three heavy games, very heavy games, one of the heaviest games on Android are like open in the background, and still 5.1 plus can handle them, and the games resume well from the background. It only happened once with GTSA that it restarted, but otherwise it has also resumed, so which is really good for a device with 3 GB RAM. So which means that this device has a very polished OS, and software optimization is good, so that is the reason it can handle so much load. Otherwise, usually it will start giving you some kind of issue. Either it will stutter or it will give some sort of issue which may impact your kind of experience. But here we can see it does not have that kind of issue which actually impacts your user experience. So user experience with 5.1 plus, even with a good load, heavy load of three very heavy games, of a browser open in the background, camera open in the background, other apps open in the background, is quite good. So we would say that we are really impressed with this 3 GB RAM device, which because it can handle so much load. So if you ask in terms of performance, we would really recommend 5.1 plus. So thanks for watching and stay tuned for more.